Hey, it's Brick. How are you? Let's talk about the Ball of Gold music video. This music video came from a painting that I did while I was teaching myself how to paint and draw on black surfaces, which is a really different technique that requires a different way of looking at things and executing them, and also is a really great excuse to buy a bunch of art supplies, which of course is always delightful. So here we can see the scene is emerging. We have the sun entering the scene, the ball of gold, into this blue band in the middle. We have the light revealing something happening above that blue band. A bunch of guys standing on the ceiling or the floor, I guess, depending on your perspective. And their job appears to be to hold that rope, which is attached to a hip roof barn, which is attached to a block and tackle, which is attached to the sun. And their job is to hold it there. Underneath the blue band, you can see there's a basement or a lower structure. And here we see what appears to be creatures who work there, arriving for work. You can see their morning commute's a little bumpy. That guy on the left here, he's kind of lazy. He just likes to sit there. Who can blame him? Looks like he might be up next to run those pumps or whatever it is that they are hanging onto in the middle. So this is the scene that we've entered. It's reminiscent, to me at least, of dioramas or elaborate theater or Victorian theater with elaborate mechanical infernal devices above and below, and then the setting of the main action in the middle, establishing three different realities occurring at the same time. And in the middle of it all, we have this giant ball of gold. So what does it mean? I don't know. How the fuck do I know? After I painted this, I decided that I wanted to teach myself how to animate, as I'd never done it before, and I started down that path several months ago. I started by cutting out pieces of the painting after scanning it, and then realized, well, wait, I need backdrops. I need other elements here that would be separate. So then I had to repaint some of it, recut some out, and then I realized that cutting things out was kind of stupid, that I could just do that in Photoshop, so that's what I did. So I went about animating it probably in the most inefficient way possible, but learned a lot in the process. I estimate I probably spent about 60 hours total on this over several months on and off, up into the last weekend where I probably did about 24 hours in couple of days. So here comes the stars of our show, a couple of creatures who appear to be copulating. You can see that although there's differences in the detail, and a lot of that was actually because of the technique I used to paint these, the creatures in the middle who appear to be fucking seem to be very similar to the creatures above and below, of the same ilk. Perhaps. We see the big dudes in the middle and the bottom who are pumping red fluid out of the creatures fucking in the middle and filling up a reservoir beneath them. So that's our scene. It's climaxing as the song climaxes. I'm actually really quite proud of the animating I did on these characters fucking. If you watch it closely, it varies quite a bit. And if you know anything about animation, you know that varying the sequence is a lot of fucking work. Now we see our main characters shrinking, getting smaller. Are they being deflated? Is their life force being sucked out of them until there's nothing left? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but we can see that the blood is now completely removed from them. And now the guys up top pull the rope to pull the sun up out of the blue band and into the sky, and then it is night.